Hello and welcome to the Talking Wednesday Christmas special. This is technically episode 199, but all three of us are here for your Talking Wednesday Christmas special.
Yes, all three of you out there listening or watching.
All three of you who actually want to watch a podcast on Christmas Eve are watching a podcast on Christmas Eve. Or listening to it, because this is obviously the one that goes out on the audio servers.
Maybe you're having a break from your family that you've seen before the Christmas day itself.
God forbid some people need that.
We have dragged Punk from the grave. How are you doing, Punk?
Currently got a fever of 38, so this should be quite fun. I'm not well, but I've also found out that... Do you remember in Toy Story when Andy used to go to his room and the toy would just collapse?
Yeah.
Hunter does that if he sees us. If we're not paying, if he sees we're paying attention to him, he'll literally just randomly fall over wherever he is. And be like, I'm dead.
Oh no.
It's all fun and games until he hits his head on a cabinet.
Say again.
It's all fun and games until he hits his head on a cabinet.
Exactly. This is the issue we got. And we're like, this could not be fun if this is his new game. But he's currently, he's not unwell. He had his jab yesterday, so he's not quite with it. But apart from that, everything's good. We're wrapping presents apparently tonight and everything else. And
I need to do that
And
still.
I've got a bike to build. No, I've got 2 bikes to build at some point. Apart from that, all good.
Get some whiskey down you. Power yourself through it. You'll be right.
Yep, much appreciated that, by the way, mate.
That's all right. I wasn't actually going to mention it because then Jack's like, "Where's my Christmas present?" Jack, you don't get one. Merry Christmas.
It's fine.
I don't know your address.
No, I
Do you
know.
want to just say it? Do you want to say it on the?
Yeah, I'll say it live right now.
Yeah.
Then we can find out if there really was traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate you so much.
No, I'm sure I will get you a little Christmas trinket when we see each other in January.
It's fine. I'm not really that bothered about presents, really. I'm more bothered about like spending time with people, I guess. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and to be fair,
very sentimental.
It's quite charitable and gift giving the fact that me and Jake give you any of our time. So. But no, Jack, how are you, my friend? How are you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm just, to be honest, I'm actually just really glad this year's over. I've been like wanting it to tick over into 2025 for the longest time now, and I finally get to. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's just going to be the worst New Year, New Me year ever. Oh, it just sounds really good, 2025. So I've started afresh. I'm going to launch my new things. It's me 2025. And I'm like, yeah, all right.
Okay. Jack and Doris take over 2025 next year.
Exactly.
Who's put 50p in the pair of you today? Jesus Christ.
It's Christmas. I've got my tat tree behind me, right? Every year, me and Sophie have had 6 Christmases together. We're coming to our 6th Christmas together, right? Like, every year we've bought tat baubles that won't go on the normal tree. So, like, there's a burger, there's a sloth with a candy cane, there's a sprout, there's the croissant, there's a Queen of Hearts, there's a pickle at the top. Like, it's a great tat tree that we've built over our relationship, and it was really elegant actually because we used to have a green little tree it was on, but now we've outgrown that. So Soph, we were at the Metro Centre. That's a terrible accent. I've not mastered it yet. I'm still working on it. We were at the Metro Centre the other day, and this was like £2 for a small pink tree.
That is
so
massive tat.
We've got the small pink tree with all the tat on it.
Yes.
And then down there, you can't really see it on the main camera, but we've got Max from the Grinch.
Yeah.
You need to keep moving that when Sophie doesn't realise, and then make it seem like it's one of the weeping angels from Doctor Who, and it's just like following around when she doesn't look at it.
Well, she made it.
Nice.
She's made a load of Grinch stuff this Christmas. And we've got a massive Grinch tree. So it's all very Christmassy here. Jake, how are you spending Christmas?
This is the first one we're doing actually at our house, not going anywhere. So it's really, really nice. So the kids won't have to pack up and go somewhere. We're not seeing my lot till January, and I think we're seeing Sarah's lot on Boxing Day. So it should be kind of very calm and hopefully less chaotic than it normally is. So I'm looking forward to just a quiet one.
Yeah, that's nice. What about you, Jack?
Just as it normally is, really for me. Like normally we go around the corner because my aunt and uncle just live around the corner from where we live, so we always just go around there because they've got a bigger house. Because my uncle used to be a pilot, a highfalutin pilot back in the day.
What are you doing for Christmas?
So they've got
James?
a very nice Christmassy fun house. Just all right, Jake. Just cut me off. All right, doesn't matter what I'm doing for Christmas. Okay, fine.
He's absolutely mugged you off. What are you like on Christmas, Jack?
Pardon?
What are you like for Christmas? Are you? Or are you?
I'm just very relaxed. Honestly, I don't know why. I just take the day and I just let myself just coast through the day. Really, normally. I'm just very like...
For some reason, I can see you being the person who gets really annoyed at the Scrabble game because someone made a word up. That
I get overly competitive. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah. You're over competitive at everything.
Yeah.
You also get really angry at commenters. If somebody said something you mildly dislike in the comments,
yes, I do.
You're like...
The amount of messages we get...
Go screenshot of it. Screenshot of it. Do I respond back to this one? I bet you're fun at parties, Phil. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, to answer your question, Jake, just we're splitting the time between the families. Got my friend coming up here for a few days and stuff, which will be nice between like
this
Christmas, New Year, and all
Christmas
of that.
Christmas at this house, is it? It's your second.
Second, yeah. And maybe last, because maybe this is the year where I decide to be a big person and buy a house.
Ooh, Gary.
I've been looking in the northeast, but it's interest rates aren't fun at the minute.
No.
They are, however, the cheapest house prices around the sort of...
No, they are. No, they are.
Area.
That's why it's I'm
either
thinking of actually going 50 grand less than I was going to spend.
Or Scotland, but who wants to live in Scotland?
And buying a house that's got potential rather than something that's a finished article.
Will
and
you buy a fixer-upper?
I'm thinking of it. But not a full fixer-upper. A full,
you
like
want
a
floors
one that's...
and staircases.
I want one that... I want a slightly older one that's got better foundations than a newer one that's more put together, if you get me.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, I want one that's solid. Like, this house, we rent it, like, structurally, if I owned it, I'd do a lot to it.
Yeah.
Right? But I also wouldn't buy this house.
Yeah.
So it's a case of, like, we rented this house out of necessity. The ones I'm looking at, we'll see. We'll see. It's all about where Soph lands. It's all about like where our work lines up and things like that. But the Northeast is very much probably going to be our home. So we're not fully certain on that. But I can't see me moving back in the next couple of years down near you lot, basically, just because I like it up here. You know? And the house is reasonable.
Sometimes where you find a base is not where you expect to be. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because
I think the only other way I'd move out is I'd move back to Liverpool way. That was probably like the best time of my life in terms of having everything. And you would have
no chance of buying a house right now.
Yeah. Well, I probably would in Liverpool, but not in Liverpool, but on the outskirts sort of thing. But it was where the best music scene was. It was where everything was just at my doorstep.
Yeah.
And I missed that side of it. But up here, I can have a bit more of a rural life. So,
see, I've been watching the houses that are being built near me, and I'm looking at them and go, I'm really happy I've got like a 1930s home because it's built solid.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So, Danny Rull's staying, boys, before we do get into all of this. We're going to do a Christmas quiz today. So if you are waiting during this bit, write 1 to 30. There's 30 questions in this quiz. But how are we feeling about Danny Rull staying? Obviously, German clubs in for him, Southampton, even Wolves, if you believe some Twitter stuff. What are we thinking, boys?
Yeah, you want to take it?
Yeah!
I mean, honestly, like, you're letting me speak now, Jake. You're not jumping in the middle of anything I'm saying. Yeah. So
Watch it. I've got those pictures Lee Wildgoose did.
Oh yeah, the knitting circle of grannies. Yeah. But I'm just dead happy that he's staying. I mean, I don't think it's too much of a surprise. I just think that with past traumas, I sort of feel like Wednesday fans get very, very fret up about events like this because he's doing a good job. So of course he's going to attract interest from other clubs that want to do other good jobs, you know?
Yeah.
But I didn't. Yeah. I knew he wouldn't like. He's already said in his pre-match press conference before the game against Stoke. He's already said that he loves the club, and I don't see him going anywhere else in England personally. I could only see him being tempted by a job that's back in Germany where his family are, so that he can see them more often. But I also know that if he'd have left now to go to another club that's in a situation where it's, you know, struggling for relegation or whatever, whether it's Southampton or the club in Germany that were interested in him.
For me, it was Hamburg.
Yeah. And he'd just get that. He'd start getting a reputation of literally the next Sam Allardyce or somebody else that's like, he only goes to clubs fighting relegation. He'd start to get a little bit of that question
That's an
around
interesting
him,
side of it, actually, Jack.
And so he'd want to stay somewhere to then really build something, and then actually the big, you know, the clubs that want ultimate success would later on be interested in someone like him. Because you don't really see someone like Spurs or Arsenal going for Sam Allardyce or Steve Bruce or whoever else, do you?
That's why I generally thought Southampton wanted him. Because they saw what he did last season. Because you got to think it's only 9 points. It's a lot easier tack than what he came to us and did.
Yeah.
I just think Southampton are doomed, though. Genuinely. I never thought it was a goer for him.
Where I'd be worried if where Southampton are given this manager contract, because there is a break in the summer, and I think it's a break if they are relegated. If they're relegated...
that's when I'd worry, when it's the end of the season.
Yeah.
Say we've missed out on playoffs, and it's not looking like there's going to be much investment, but say we get that's what worries me. Say we get like 7th or 8th, and a little bit of investment needed to break it next season. He's not given that. That's where I'd worry. But for now, we can just enjoy the ride for the next 6 months.
Yeah. I think when it popped up, there was a whole thing of it like, oh, he's obviously going to go there. They got money. And it's like, well, they can't have that much money. They tried to get the West Brom manager, couldn't pay Compo. Came to us, the problem with compensation. Again, people will have a go at Chansiri, and they have done this week due to the season ticket coming out. But he played a blinder by putting a release clause on that people can't hit. Like, we all remember how much Steve Bruce and his backroom staff went for. It was never that amount of money.
Yeah.
So in terms of,
and I actually
assets,
think I speculated it at the time, but I reckon we were talking about, oh, he must have lowered his release clause to sign a contract. I reckon it's potentially, given what the murmurings are, it's what I guessed it would be. It's higher for clubs in the English system, but lower for clubs outside of England. So that's why I started to worry about the Hamburg link. But again, I don't think he wanted to make that move at the time. If you think about it, he's uprooted everything at the middle of a season when he's got the steadiness of this job currently.
Yeah.
Also feels a bit...
And he's untouchable at Wednesday at the minute.
Yeah, you also feel a little bit bad, like especially if he goes, oh, we're moving here. Like, well, we're coming over on the 20 whatever date, Danny. Oh, well, you're not going to Sheffield, you're going here. So it's like thinking logistics. And I think the thing is, we know one day we will lose him. That is a guarantee. But while he's there, hopefully Chansiri backs him. Hopefully we can keep doing stuff. It has... The thing is, I had the whole thing like, I was annoyed with the whole link with it all, but it actually helped because December's normally a naff month for making videos. So it actually padded it out a little bit. Not that I need to make any more.
No, definitely not with your year in review. But yeah, so that's the newsy bit. let's get into the Talking Wednesday Christmas quiz that for the first time I have made. So if it's crap, you can officially blame me.
So I'm losing the title this year.
So if you're playing along at home, write 1 to 30. Every question here has some relevance to Sheffield Wednesday, by the way, guys.
Okay.
So I have focused in on that for once.
So there's no more
So if
abundance
you
of
don't
Huddersfield Town related questions like there was last year.
So if you don't do well, consider yourselves not Sheffield Wednesday fans.
My channel.
Some are multiple choice, some are just answers. So again, if you're at home, pen and paper, 1 to 30 down. First question, are we ready?
Yep.
Yes.
This is multiple choice. How many times have Sheffield Wednesday won the first division? Is it A, 3 times, B, 4 times, C, 5 times, or D, 6 times? No Googling, obviously. That would ruin the whole point of a quiz. For those at home, it's how many times has Sheffield Wednesday won the first division? Is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, D, 6? Please put the answer, not the letter. Just because it'll make marking easier. Okay? Both got it?
Yep.
Yes.
Question number 2. What is Sheffield Wednesday's biggest ever league win? Is it A, 9-1, B, 8-1, C, 8-2, or D, 7-0? That's what is Sheffield Wednesday's biggest ever League One? 9-1, 8-1, 8-2, or 7-0? Give you 5 seconds. We good?
Yes.
Yep.
Question number 3. What is Sheffield Wednesday's highest ever goal tally in one season? Is it A, 106, B, 104, C, 98, or D, 99? So that's 106, 104, 98, or 99 as Sheffield Wednesday's highest ever goal tally.
To like really know these, you've got to be like a statistician nerd.
Yeah, but I was just thinking as a pub quiz sort of thing,
Yeah.
like a Sheffield Wednesday multiple choice quiz. This is very Sheffield Wednesday focused, and we've never done it like this. So there'll be some Sheffield Wednesday nerds at home that are playing along, doing very, very well, and I respect it. Could end up being the best Sheffield Wednesday quiz. You never know. Not tooting my own horn, but there we go. I am. How many Sheffield goals? This is question number 4. How many goals does Sheffield Wednesday have this season in the Championship as of the 20th of December? So Stoke, we've since scored 2 goals against Stoke. They do not count. Okay.
Is it still multiple choice, or is it just pull a number out your backside? Okay.
So
nice.
How many goals this season? Is it A, 30, B, 24, C, 26, or D, 29? So is it 30, 24, 26, or 29?
I'm second guessing myself now. Oh, God.
All right, I'll give you 5 seconds.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Question number 5. This is not a multiple choice. Who is Sheffield Wednesday's highest performer statistically this season? That's who is Sheffield Wednesday's highest performer statistically this season. That's over the course of the season so far at the Christmas point. Who is our highest player rating-wise statistically? Question number 6. Going off the back of that, who is Sheffield Wednesday's lowest performer statistically this season? We'll just take a name. I'm not going to ask you to guess the rating, and we'll give you a closest sort of thing. So who is Sheffield Wednesday's lowest performer this season statistically? So far. Hopefully this player can improve, because we wouldn't want anybody being at the bottom. Somebody has to be. Moving on to question number 7. Who is Sheffield Wednesday's highest scorer so far this season at the Christmas midway point? Again, before Stoke. Who has the most goals for Sheffield Wednesday so far this season before the 2 goals scored at Stoke? Question 8, tying to that question, how many goals, again before Stoke, just in case it would affect it depending on the player, how many goals does that player have? Is it A6, B7, C5, or D8? That's how many goals do they have? Is it 6, 7, 5, or 8? Question number 9. Who has the most assists this season for Sheffield Wednesday? That's again not a multiple choice, so just a name, please. Who has the most assists this season for Sheffield Wednesday? I think you know where we're going with this for question 10. How many assists for Sheffield Wednesday this season does that player have? Is it A2, B4, C6, or D8? That's how many assists does that player have? 2, 4, 6, or 8? Again, I should say for this entire quiz, everything is recorded before the Stoke game. So if you're trying to factor in the Stoke game, think who got that and take one off, or whatever it is. Some of these players might not have played in the Stoke game because of Danny Rull's rotation.
And being ill.
Yes. Question number 11. In what season did Barry Bannon score the most amount of goals for Sheffield Wednesday? Is it A, the 16-17 season? Is it B, the 19-20 season? Is it C, the 20-21 season? Or D, the 21-22 season? The question is, in what season did Barry Bannon score his most amount of goals for Sheffield Wednesday? So this isn't, was he the top scorer? This is how many goals. Which season did he score his most goals in? Is it the 16-17 season, the 19-20 season, the 20-21 season, or the 21-22 season? You want a bonus point?
Go on then.
Bonus point, how many goals did he score that season? Question number 12. How many doubles does Sheffield Wednesday have in the Steel City derby? So this is how many times have Sheffield Wednesday done the double on United when they've played them in the league? Is it A, 3 times, B, 6 times, C, 7 times, or D, 9 times? That's in the course of history. How many doubles does Sheffield Wednesday have in the Steel City derby? 3, 6, 7, or 9? Question number 13. This season, Danny Rull signed a contract extension. What year was it to? The question is, this season, Danny Rull signed a contract extension. What year was it to? This is not a multiple choice. Question number 14 is also not a multiple choice. What year did Sheffield Wednesday sign their captain, Barry Bannon? That question is, what year did Sheffield Wednesday sign their captain, Barry Bannon? Question number 15. How many managers have Sheffield Wednesday had since the year 2000? Is it A,
hell.
18, B, 19, C, 20, or D, 21? That's how many managers have Sheffield Wednesday had since the year 2000? 18, 19, 20, or 21? I wasn't going to make you guess that. It was always going to be a multiple choice, that.
I was just going through
That's
that. I
halfway
was
through.
literally just going through 2000 and remembering how many managers we sacked.
Yeah. Question number 16. Harry Catterick has the highest win record of any Sheffield Wednesday manager with a spell from 1958 to 61 and a win percentage of 55.8% out of 138 games. Who is second? So who has the second highest win percentage? Is it A, Gary Megson, B, Vic Buckingham, C, Carlos Carvalhal, or D, Darren Moore? That question again is Harry Catterick has the highest win record of 55.8%. Who is second? Gary Megson, Vic Buckingham, Carlos Carvalhal, or Darren Moore? Question number 17. Where did Sheffield Wednesday finish in the Championship last season? That's the 23-24 season. Where did Sheffield Wednesday finish in the Championship? No multiple choice, just an answer, please. See, that one makes your brain go, doesn't it? Because it was so close and you think where the exact spot was. This is potentially trickier, but if you got the last one, it might not be. Question 18. How many points did Sheffield Wednesday achieve in the 23-24 season? Was it A, 52, B, 53, C, 54, or D, 55? Was it A, 52, B, 53, C, 54, or D, 55 points that Sheffield Wednesday achieved in the 23-24 season? Question number 19. Not including loans, how many players departed Sheffield Wednesday in the summer? Is it A6, B7, C8, or D9? That question is how many players departed Sheffield Wednesday in the summer, not including loan players? 6, 7, 8, or 9? Question number 20. Which three teams were relegated from the Championship in 23-24? So last season, which three teams were relegated from the Championship? You get a point for each. I don't think that's too hard a question. It's probably one of the nicer questions.
Oh, who was the other one?
Yeah, I'm stuck on the other one.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
I've got to move on. Got to keep the timing fair. So just put someone. 21. Question 21. What was Sheffield Wednesday's biggest victory last season, the 23-24 season? You get a point for the team and a point for the score. What was Sheffield Wednesday's biggest victory in the 23-24 season? The score and the team, please. There weren't too many big victories last season, so you can narrow that down. Question 22. Who was Sheffield Wednesday's highest performing player statistically last season? Not a multiple choice. So put any player that you think from last season. Who was Sheffield Wednesday's highest performing player statistically last season? This next one is a multiple choice. Who was Sheffield Wednesday's lowest performer last season? Is it A, Ashley Fletcher, B, Malik Wilkes, C, Tyreek Backinson, or D, Joey Pooty? That question again was, who was Sheffield Wednesday's lowest performer last season? Ashley Fletcher, Malik Wilkes, Tyreek Backinson, or Joey Pooty? And this is statistically lowest performer again.
It's also really, on a side note, it's really annoying because Ashley Fletcher's doing somewhat okay at Blackpool.
Found his level, maybe.
Is he not? Oh, well, I guess he's changed. That's changed, judging on Jake's face since I
He
last read
started
it.
well.
But,
Oh, hang on, Blackpool in champ now.
no, League One.
League One.
Yeah, so it is the level. Right, yeah. Question 24. Ike Ugbo and Anthony Masaba were Sheffield Wednesday's joint highest scorers last season. How many goals did they get? Was it A6, B7, C8, or D9? That question again. Ugbo and Masaba were Sheffield Wednesday's joint highest scorers last season. How many goals did they get? 6, 7, 8, or 9? Terrible season where we didn't get into double figures with anyone. Question 25 is not a multiple choice. Who got the most assists for Sheffield Wednesday last season? That question again is who got the most assists for Sheffield Wednesday last season? Question 26. Since the 2014-15 season, who is the Sheffield Wednesday player who has the highest season performance statistically for a single season? Is it A, Lucas Shaw, B, Aidan Flint, C, Barry Bannon, or D, Fernando Forestieri? Since the 2014-2015 season, who is the Wednesday player who has the highest performance statistically for a single season? Lucas Shaw, Aidan Flint, Barry Bannon, Fernando Forestieri. Question number 27. Since the 2014-15 season, who has the most red cards cumulatively, so altogether, for Sheffield Wednesday in the league? Since the that is A, Sam Hutchinson, B, Kieran Westwood, C, Fernando Forestieri, or D, Dominic Iorfa. That question again, since the 2014-15 season, who has the most red cards cumulatively for Sheffield Wednesday in the league? Sam Hutchinson, Kieran Westwood, Fernando Forestieri, or Dominic Iorfa? Just a couple of questions left now. Still on that season, so since the 2014-15 season, all the time since then, who has the highest number of Man of the Match awards in one season? So this isn't cumulatively across the seasons.
Is it just one season?
Is it A, Fernando Forestieri, B, Sam Hutchinson, C, Michael Hector, or D, Barry Bannon? So since the 2014-15 season, who has the most number of Man of the Match awards in a single season? Is it Fernando Forestieri, Sam Hutchinson, Michael Hector, or Barry Bannon? Question 29. What date was Sheffield Wednesday formed? Not the year, the date. Is it A, the 4th of November, B, the 5th of December, C, the 4th of October, or D, the 4th of September? That's what date was Sheffield Wednesday formed? 4th of November, 5th of December, 4th of October, or 4th of September? Last question might be a little bit easier. So question number 30. Sheffield Wednesday are releasing a third kit in 2025 featuring the iconic owl. What year did Sheffield Wednesday change from the owl to the old style crest they currently wear? Not multiple choice. So, that question again. What year did Sheffield Wednesday change from the iconic owl to the current old style crest that we currently wear? How'd you find that, boys?
Not too bad. There's some that I'm just like, yeah, I'm either going to get it right or I'm going to get it wrong.
But they were relevant to Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
There wasn't, what year did Huddersfield Town sign this player when I was not even born?
Okay, so we're going to mark the answers now. Nobody cheat at home. I'll ask you in different orders. So the question number 1 was, how many times have Sheffield Wednesday won the first division? Jake.
I've gone 4.
Jack.
I've gone 5.
So the options were 3, 4, 5, or 6. The answer is A, 4. So Sheffield Wednesday have won the first division 4 times. Question number 2 was, what is Sheffield Wednesday's biggest league win? 9-1, 8-1, 8-2, or 7-0? Jack.
I said 8-2.
8-2. Jake.
I've gone 7-0.
No points for either of you. It was 9-1 against Birmingham in 1930.
Oh, I remember that. When I was a young whippersnapper.
It's just a pub quiz stat. It's just a pub quiz stat. What is Sheffield Wednesday's highest goal tally? Jake.
99.
Jack.
104.
Jack gets the point.
Oh,
it was 104.
Do we have the year?
I don't actually. I haven't written that down. I'm not that good a quizmaster.
Bloody hell. Bloody hell.
Question 4 was, how many goals does Sheffield Wednesday have this season in the Championship as of 20th of December before the Stoke game? Jack.
29, I've said.
Jake.
I've gone 26.
So the options were 30, 24, 26, or 29, and the answer was 26. Well done, Jake. It's now 28.
Yeah.
I knew he'd get that one because of how many blooming match previews he always does, and he's like, yes, and they're on this goal tally and we're on this goal tally every single week, twice a week.
Should get that really. Well, that's another reason why this quiz is here, because it suits your different strengths.
Yeah.
Question number 5 was, who is Sheffield Wednesday's highest performer statistically this season? Jake.
Johnson.
Jack.
Michael Smith.
It's Shea Charles.
Oh.
With 7.02 statistically, so an overall rating of all his games. That obviously doesn't seem that high, but
yeah,
he's statistically our highest rated player so far this season.
Hey.
So, I'm going to ask you first, Jack. Who is the lowest performer for Sheffield Wednesday statistically this season?
I've said Liam Palmer.
Jake.
I went with Ugbo.
Jake, you're right.
Oh.
It's Ugbo with 6.08. So
Sorry,
Ugbo
Liam.
is currently even though he's obviously had some good cup performances, which have probably dragged him up a little bit in the league, he's our lowest performer. Who, question number 7, is Sheffield Wednesday's highest scorer so far this season? Jake.
Josh Windass.
Jack.
I also said Josh Windass.
You are both correct. And it wouldn't have changed with today anyway because he got another goal. Jack, how many goals does he have before Stoke?
I said 8.
Jake.
6.
Well done. He now has 7.
But I mentioned it in commentary earlier today because I did on 46 for the entire thing. Come counting up till he gets to 50.
Jack's suddenly feeling like he's been ganged up on here with with the reviews. Question number 9 was, who has the most assists this season for Sheffield Wednesday? Jack.
Jan Valery.
Jake.
Masaba.
It's Masaba. Which shocked me, which is why I put it in.
I'm going home. I mean, I am home, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Question 10. You can still get this, by the way, Jack, because it's a different question. How many assists does that player have, Jake? Is it 2, 4, 6, or 8? Jack?
I've said 6.
It's 4.
Do I make constant videos all the time where I talk about stats so I know all the answers? Oh.
Ironically, I've not mentioned assist.
After the first 10 questions, how are we feeling, boys?
Yeah. Could go either way.
What do you mean, You've just literally been the smuggest git ever. Just after that question, then you're like, it could go either way.
If you think it could go either way, I won't tell you. I won't tell you the points.
Please
after
don't.
The first
Please
10.
don't, because I'm very.
Question number 11. In what season did Barry Bannon score the most amount of goals for Sheffield Wednesday? 16-17, 19-20, 20-21, or 21-22? And you get a bonus point for the number of goals. Jake?
I've gone 21 and I reckon it's 7.
21-22?
21, you said.
No.
21-22,
the season.
21-22, yeah.
Yes.
21-22, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what you've gone for?
Yep.
And you think it's 7?
Yep.
Jack?
I said 16, 17, and then I said 12.
Okay. There's only 1 point here for both of you, and only one person gets the point, and it's Jake. There's no bonus points available. It was 9 goals, and it was the 21-22 season.
That's why Sky were always like, oh, Barry Bannon's a cheat code in League One.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Question number 12 was, how many doubles does Sheffield Wednesday have in the Steel City Derby? 3, 6, 7, or 9? Jack?
I've said 6, but I wish I'd said 3 now.
I've said 3.
Jake? Jack, you're going to be glad you didn't, because we've got 6.
Oh!
They've got more than us, but I've left out that fact.
You could have just skimmed over that and just carried on to the next. You could have.
Well, somebody's going to say it, because some obsessed United fan will be on a Wednesday quiz at Christmas.
They always are.
This year, Danny Rose signed a contract extension. Was question number 13. When was it to? Jake?
2027.
Jack?
I said 2026.
It's 2027. I'm sorry, Jack.
Because I was thinking it was 3 years retroactively, but no, it isn't. It's.
Question number 14 was, what year did Sheffield Wednesday sign their captain, Barry Bannon? Jack?
2015.
Jake?
2015.
Both get a point. It was 2015. Question number 15 was, how many managers have Sheffield Wednesday had since the year 2000? 18, 19, 20, or 21? Jake?
I've got 19.
Jack?
I've got 21.
It's 19. Well done, Jake. Yeah. It's a bit tricky, that one, because we had Danny Wilson halfway through the season of the 2000s, so he still counts. A
lot to say that he's the one that actually caused us to get relegated as well, Danny Wilson. Because he dismantled our excellent side, but I'm just trying to
Question
make
number
up for the
16
fact anyway.
was, Harry Catterick has the highest win record of any Sheffield Wednesday manager with a spell from 1958 to 61 and a win percentage of 55.8% out of 138 games. Who is second? Gary Megson, Vic Buckingham, Carlos Carvalhal, or Darren Moore? Jack?
Darren Moore.
Jake?
I've gone Darren Moore as well.
I thought that was a bit of a trick question, but yes, it is Darren Moore. He had a win percentage of 51.69% from 129 games.
God.
So a point for both of you there. Number 17 is, where did Sheffield Wednesday finish in the Championship last season, Jake?
I said 18th.
Jack?
I said 20th.
We were 20th. Well done, Jack. Question number 18. How many points did Sheffield Wednesday achieve in the 23-24 season? 52, 53, 54 or 55? Jack?
55, I said.
85 as well.
Jake? It's 53.
Oh.
No points there. Question number 19. How many players departed Sheffield Wednesday in the summer? Not including loans. 6, 7, 8 or 9? Jake?
I went 6.
Jack?
I said 7.
It was 9.
Oh.
Question number 20. Which 3 teams were relegated from the Championship in 2023-2024? So last season, a point for each. Give me... who did I go first to last time? Jack or Jake? My brain's going now. Doesn't matter. Jake, give me your 3.
I've gone Birmingham, Rotherham, Wickham. But Wickham I'm not sure on.
Jack?
I said Birmingham, Rotherham and Wigan.
It was Birmingham, Rotherham and Huddersfield.
Bloody
Oh,
hell.
of course.
Huddersfield, yeah.
So 2 points each for that.
They're a very forgettable team. That's why we didn't know the answers last year. All of the Huddersfield-related questions.
Question 21. What is Sheffield Wednesday's biggest victory in the last season? So the 23-24 season, point for the team and point for the score. Jack?
I said 3-1 against Blackburn. That's
Jake?
I went the Rotherham 2-0, but then he just said that it hit Blackburn in it.
It's not. We beat West Brom 3-0 at home.
Oh God, we did!
Towards the end of the season.
Yeah, when Jock Windass took his shirt off and held it up.
Yep.
Question number 22 was, who was Sheffield Wednesday's highest performing player statistically last season? Jake?
Bernard?
Jack?
I said EK Ugbo.
Will Volks.
Oh.
Statistically. Question number 23 was, who was Sheffield Wednesday's lowest performer last season? Ashley Fletcher, Malik Wilkes, Tyreek Backinson or Joey Pooty? Who did I go to? Okay, I keep forgetting who I went to. Just Jack. Tell me.
Ashley Fletcher.
Jake?
Backinson.
I put this one in as a bit of a curveball, and it has proven to be. Joey Pooty, he only played like once, and he got 5.85, which meant statistically over the course of the season. Yeah. However, Ashley Fletcher got 6.07, Malik Wilkes got 6.04, and Tyreek Backinson got 6.10. So Malik Wilkes was the second worst performer. Question number 24. Ike Ugbo and Antti Masaba were Sheffield Wednesday's joint highest scorers last season. How many goals did they get? 6, 7, 8 or 9? Jake?
7.
Jack?
I said 9.
7. I will just quickly fact check that because I didn't write it down, but I am pretty sure it was 7 when I was looking at it. 1 second.
Do 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 do.
Keep this tune going.
Do 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 do.
It was 7. Yeah, I'm not going crazy. I just wanted a fact check before anyone dug me out. Question number 25. Who got the most assists for Sheffield Wednesday last season? Jack?
Anthony Masaba.
Jake?
Baz.
It was Anthony Musaba. He got 6. Well done,
Finally,
Jake.
I got one right again. Finally.
Oh.
You're closing the gap.
Am I?
Yeah.
Slightly. Question number 26. So these were the legacy questions. Since the 2014-15 season, who is the Sheffield Wednesday player who has the highest performance statistically for a single season? Zhao, Flint, Bannon, or Forestieri? Jake?
I went Zhao.
Jack?
I went Forestieri.
Close. Forestieri never actually got first. He got second because I think it was somebody called, I think one of our defenders, like Bennett or something, only played a couple of times and got high ratings. Whereas Forestieri was second in the 15-16 season.
Back, who everyone thought we should definitely sign permanently, never did. Yeah.
But it was Lucas João who got 7.72 for the 1920 season. Aidan Flint got 6.9 in the 2021 season, but he was our highest performer. That's how bad we were in 2021, by the way, first season in League One. Or was that our relegation season? Relegation, probably. And then Barry Bannon did have a highest performing season. He's had a couple, but his highest performing was in 22-23, where he got 7.32 for the season. So well done, Jake. Question number 27 was, since the 2014-15 season, who has the most red cards cumulatively for Sheffield Wednesday in the league? Jack.
I said Dominic Iorfa.
Yeah, so the options were Hutchinson, Westwood, Forestieri, and Iorfa. Jake.
I went Hutch.
I knew you'd go Hutch. I put Hutch in there because everyone goes Hutch.
It's
Forestieri.
Oh.
So Hutch got 3.
He used to get sent off for diving even when he got absolutely cleared out all the time, didn't he? I remember that.
Hutch got 3. Westwood got 2. Iorfa got 2. Forestieri got 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Question number 28 was, since the 2014-15 season, who had the highest man of the match awards in one single season? Forestieri, Hutchinson, Hector, or Bannon? Jake.
I went Forestieri.
Jack.
I went Bannon.
Close. It was Forestieri. He got 8. Both Bannon and Hutchinson had a season where they got 7 in a season, and Hector got 4. Question number 28 was, we've just done that one. Question number 29 was, what date was Sheffield Wednesday formed? The 4th of November, 5th of December, 4th of October, or the 4th of September? Jake.
I went 4th of November.
Jack.
I went 4th of September.
It was the 4th of September. Well done, Jack.
I only know that because of when the cricket season finishes, and it was obviously founded from a cricket club that wanted to keep fit in the winter.
Well very clever. Very clever.
That's how I knew that fact.
The last question was, Sheffield Wednesday releasing a third kit in 2025 featuring the iconic owl. What year did Sheffield Wednesday change from this owl to the old style crest they currently wear? Jack.
I said 2016 because I remember we changed. Oh, sorry.
2017.
Yeah.
Carry on, Jack.
Because I remember that we changed it officially, but we couldn't actually change it on the shirts and low, media packages because they'd already been submitted and we couldn't do a do-over or whatever.
We did officially change it in 2016. Well done, Jack. So, tally up at home. Let us know what you got. Have you boys been tallying up?
No, I was going to quickly do that now.
So tally yourselves up. We'll have a brief intermission. So the overall quiz score, you could get a possible 34 points. Jack, what did you get out of 34?
I got 11.
Yes, I also had you down as getting 11. Jake, what did you get?
17.
You did get 17. 17 out of 34. Them scores feel quite low, boys. I'm not going to lie for a Sheffield Wednesday focus quiz. Get in the comments at home how many points out of 34 you got in the Talking Wednesday Christmas quiz for the end of 2024. Can I just say, guys, thank you for all your support over this year. I hope you have a lovely festive season, whether you celebrate or not, whether you celebrate with family or you are just watching this because you wanted some content over the time. We will be having a Talking Wednesday Extra talking about January transfers. On New Year's Day, we are going to be releasing that video. So releasing it at the same time to everyone as well, that Talking Wednesday Extra, talking about the January window opening. So make sure you are tuned for that. But before we wrap up, Jake, anything to say for this Christmas quiz in general? And obviously to sign off.
Have a Merry Christmas. Have a really good time with friends and family and just enjoy it. And pinch yourself a little bit. Wednesday and 9th going into Christmas. What the hell?
Yeah. Jack?
Just have a lovely time with your friends and family and everything, because no one's around forever. So cherish them while you can, and just have a lovely Christmas and stay happy and healthy and safe and everything going into the new year.
A very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everybody at Talking Wednesday, guys, take care, and we will see you in the next episode of Talking Wednesday.
See ya.